Hello to everybody in the FFBE Global Facebook group, and hello to everybody who sees this video on YouTube. Welcome to this week's Ask an Old Mog video, where we ask the question, or you ask the questions, and we come up with an answers and try and demonstrate it visually. This week we do not have a question, at least not one that came from the group, but we do have a question from a very special person asking for help for a very special person, and so I figured we could take a look at it together. Our question today comes from one of the admins, Emily. Emily says, "Hey, have you done a welcome to NV vid yet? I haven't seen one, but no press." You know, you're right. I have not done a welcome to NV vid yet. And if you're new to the game, or if you've just come back to the game, it could be really overwhelming. Now the good news is, in the news we saw this. If you read the news, you should read the news. It says yesterday simplified the requirements for awakening units, allowing players to awaken units without reaching maximum level, and NV awaken units without reaching 100% super trust mastery. What this means: you can max out a unit, and at the very least get them to NeoVision's levels if they can, faster, for less, with less effort, with fewer resources. And so we're going to show you how to do that. There has been some changes to the user interface for how you awaken and enhance units, supposedly to make it faster, and we're going to take a look at that together. I have not gone through it yet, but I'm excited to go through this process with us together and see what the steps are. And what we're going to look at is Star Player Titus. So Star Player Titus is widely regarded as the easiest to build, best budget DPS in the game that you can get for free, and especially right now because his shards and fragments are available in the EX coin shop. So if you can just get yourself one copy with all the new changes to the awakening system, theoretically we can get him to NeoVisions very easily, and we're going to look and see how that does. And you might ask yourself, why do I want to do that? Well, here's my basic 5-star level 1. Nothing's been done to him yet, Titus, right? And he's got 40 attack. And then here's my hyper built out Star Player Titus with not even fully best in slot yet. I'm still missing Orin's vision card, but big difference going from 40 to 8,765 attack. And the gear is very relevant. You've got to have good gear to do that, but one of those things is STMR. The rest of it is, these crowns and clothes you can get from Clash of Wills, which you should do. These are all just stuff you could get in the game. These are STMRs, yes, but you'll get them eventually. Even without those, if I take this off, right? Take off those, he's still at 79 or 70,000 or 7,090. So we're still doing really good. He's a very, very strong unit. You should do this. So we're going to take a look. Now, in my opinion, the easiest way to do this is just to put a unit on the grid here so that you can quickly just access them here. And we're going to click on enhance if I want to enhance him. But notice if on the enhance screen, we have an awaken unit button. And right now there's a promotion going to do this for half gil. So we're just going to go ahead and click that awaken unit button. And notice it now lets me awaken my unit. This button's not grayed out. As long as I have the materials in the gil, I can awaken him to 6-star without having to max out his level first. It's going to let me do it. It used to be if you weren't max level, all this was going to be grayed out and you couldn't access anything. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and click it. And look at him in all of his glory with his beautiful little aura there. 6 stars, very good. And now he's sitting on a purple base. Now, it also says I can awaken him further. I do have to maybe convert one of my units or use an Omniprism. If I just click on the Omniprism, it lets me awaken it. Now, I do think Omniprisms are, they're less rare than they used to be. I still think if you've got a spare copy of a unit, just go ahead and use that spare copy to make a prism. We're going to click on this convert units button. That's going to show me any spare copies that I have. I'm going to hold and click one. Go ahead and convert one into a prism. Select the prism and then click awaken. Again, I have not leveled up this unit at all. He's level 1. He's going to level 1 out of 120. Okay. I click convert. It tells me, are you sure you want to do this? You're going to get a prism Moogle, and it's going to use up that prism. Yep. Alrighty. Take a quick soda here while we're waiting. There we are. He awakens to 7 stars. And he's still level 1. Okay? Very unusual that he would do that. Now that we're level 7, or 7 stars, it's saying we can go to Neovision's level. So to get to Neovision's level in the past, you had to convert units to get fragments or get the fragments in other ways. Right now you can get them in the EX level shop, or the EX coin shop, and I do recommend it. He's, like I said, he's a very strong unit. You can still go in here and convert units. I don't want to convert this one because he's all maxed out. I could go in and convert these. Anytime I convert a copy, right, I'm just going to demonstrate it. If I convert a copy, it's going to go from 83 to 108. You get 25 fragments by converting a copy. I'm not going to do this right now because I actually have the fragments. I went ahead and bought some in the EX coin shop just to demonstrate this. You also need an Ascension Pearl. You can get these from events. You can buy them in the EX coin shop. You get an Ascension Pearl every time you convert a unit into fragments. So there's lots of ways you can do it, but you do need that. Now, I just want to, before I do that, I want to show you one quick thing. So we've got our 7-star Titus here. He's got this beautiful rainbow platform that he's standing on. And notice I don't have anything here that says Neo Visions yet, or like ability awakenings yet. He does have some abilities we can enhance, I believe. Let's see. Okay, he's got like quick hit that he can do, but that's all he's got. Yeah, that's all he's got for right now. So we're just going to take a quick look and see what becoming a Neo Visions unit gives you. So we're going to go ahead and click Awaken again. And I've got the fragments on hand and a pearl on hand, so we're going to go ahead and awaken him. All right, every time you awaken a unit from one level of Neo Visions to the next, you get little rewards, except for the first one. The first time you just get him, you get his Neo Vision stuff. So now he's a Neo Visions unit, okay? And he's got 3 tiers of power that he could be at. Actually 4, because you start out at what I'm going to call EX0, or just NVA. He could also go to EX1, EX2, and then EX3. Before we get there, I want to show you what happens. So I said before, he did not have a Neo Visions button. If I click on him now he's got the Neo Visions instead of the Awaken button. We're going to go ahead and click on that. And we have EX Awakening, that's to awaken him further. Or Brave Ability Enhancement, if he has any Brave abilities to enhance. Okay, so like this, my Titus, my maxed out one does not have any abilities we can further enhance. I can't really look at it, but if I show you and look at his skills, he's got like this quick hit, which the other one has as well, right? He's got quick hit once you level him up enough to get to it. And then he's got this skill, which is available at level 120. This skill is available at level 120, and these are his Neo Vision skills. They've got this red background. It means that they're special. This Titus also has them, right? Quick Flash and End Dream to End Dreams. Now, the higher level you go, the higher EX level you go, you see these got some other skills here. EX Awakening. These are available once you get to EX2 and EX3. So he just gets stronger and stronger the higher you level him up in Neo Visions. And you can also go into his power or his abilities and enhance them to get all the way to the +5 version of his skills. So we'll look at my advanced one here. Quick Flash. This is the +5 version. You can tell it's kind of got like this kind of ombre, kind of like orange to yellow or orange to red gradient. And that means it's fully maxed out. So there it is. You'll get there once you get to level 120 and awaken those skills. But for now, we're going to go ahead and go back into Awakening because we're going to EX Awaken him. I have 50 shards on hand and another 2 pearls. If I click on this button up here, it tells me what the rewards are. It's going to tell me right now doing this is going to unlock his Super Limit Burst. That sounds good. In this case, it's going to unlock his Super Limit Burst and boost some of his stats. At EX +2, we get Metal Gigantars here cards, which are good to awaken vision cards. And then again at EX +3, but he also gets his EX +2 and 3 abilities as you get stronger. So we want to do that for sure. But again, we just click Awaken. It's going to consume these resources. Cool. An ally awakens, and it says status up. Come on. It says Brave Shift, Super Limit Burst unlocked. Now, not all units have Super Limit Burst. Some are Brave Shift units, which means that they switch from one form to the other. This always unlocks at EX plus 1. And for Super Limit Burst units, these unlock at EX plus 1, and they get faster at EX plus 2 and 3. So you get to use them more readily. There's another video that I made a couple weeks ago about Brave Shifts, and so I'm going to go ahead and link that right here. And there'll be a little card that pops up, and you can click on that if you want to know more about the different types of Brave Shifts. But this one is a Super Limit Burst Brave Shift, which means he gets to use his Super Limit Burst instead of shifting forms. That comes with its strengths and weaknesses, but now you can see he is at EX plus 1, and oddly at level 1. He should be higher level at this. He used to have to be level 1, 120 before we could get here. Now you can just do it at level 1. And the other thing that's really cool is, again, we didn't have to get his Super Trust Mastery reward. What that means is you can just get one copy of Titus, and just by buying out fragments and stuff in the shop right now, you can get your Titus up and running very quickly. Now, do you want his Super Trust Master reward? Yes. Do you want his Trust Master reward? Yes. You still want those, especially for Titus, and I'll show you why. Building your Titus to be kind of maxed out, you want this Super Trust Master reward. It's a two-handed water element sword, which water is kind of his thing, water and light. And if you look at it, he gets bonuses. So he gets, LB boost 50%, 500 attack, and then all the other stuff that I have put on it. So you want this sword for him, and you want to upgrade it in the Chronicle Battle system. To get all the upgrades and stuff for it. So definitely get him, definitely get the STMR. But if you just want a strong unit and just like start working with him, because to be honest, there's times where I don't equip him with his Super Trust Master. I equip him with like a non-elemental sword. That's fine. You can get him and get working with him, and he'll be a very, very strong unit for you. And now you can do it with just one copy. So with just one copy means you can go spend a few unit of choice tickets and go pick him up today, buy his fragments with EX coins, and start working on a very strong unit right away. So there you have it. All the buttons are right then and there. They're available from here. We have Enhance to level him up. We've got Envy and an EX Awakening. Before he was Envy, Awaken was right here, which was very convenient. If I click on Enhance, and just like select a unit, there's an Awaken button down here. If I click on the Awaken button, there's also an Enhance button to get back and forth very quickly. There's lots of things you can do here to make this process a lot faster for you. And the best part is, you don't have to level up your unit. So if you, for some reason, want to make a Neovisions unit without being level 120, knock yourself out. Here you go. You can do that. Yeah. There it is. So very easy. Neovisions are obviously a very important part of the game now. Even without EX plus 3, you still need like the power of these skills that are unlocked. So like, give you an example. Quick hit. If I click and hold on it, it tells me the modifier on it is 6,000 attack or power. One of his older abilities, like let's say get really pumped, right? Attack was 180, so the modifier on it was just super low, and that's one of his old abilities that he had in the old days. And now he's got one that's 6,000. Or Quick Flash is 7,200. If we go to, where's his other one that's really good? Where is it? Energy Rain Plus. This one is 600 for 9 hits, and then the last hit is 14,500 with 50% unmitigated damage. So, the new Neovisions tier skills are very, very strong. Not to mention his Super Limit Burst, which you definitely want. He gets Attack Shift, which is a 250% a buff, a 200% boost to his LB damage. It fills his LB gauge once it becomes available. In my case, in every 3 turns, and it does, where is it? It boosts Beast and Fairy Killer and does 1,200 attack, or 12,000 attack with 50% unmitigated. It's just very, very strong, and available every 3 turns. So it's very, very good with a defense break, and it's AoE. and it does imperils. Like, it's super, super good. So definitely get him, definitely boost him to EX plus 3 if you can, but at least get him to EX plus 1 to start doing some really nutty stuff with Titus. And that is really it as far as how, to get into the Neovisions game very quickly, clicking on the buttons and doing things like that. One thing I want to point out is, just because Neovisions are here does not mean that old 7-star units cannot be used. There certainly are some very useful ones, like if they're not focused on doing damage but supporting your team, like Sylvie. I frequently use Biggs and Wedge from Final Fantasy VII as a chain unit. Mastermind Zahn, lots of really good 7-star units that are still very usable in today's meta. But if you're wanting to do damage, almost always you're going to be using a Neovisions or a Neovisions Awakened unit. And with these changes to the system, now you can get into it even faster. And that's really it for today. So, thanks so much, Emily, for suggesting the video. And hopefully this helps anybody who is like kind of new to the game or getting overwhelmed with how quickly or how much it takes to kind of build these units up. It takes a lot fewer units now because you don't have to have the Super Trustmaster reward. You only need 1 copy and some fragments. Now, where you get those fragments is another issue, but right now some of the some good units have fragments in the EX coin shop, and you want to keep an eye out for those. You can still definitely buy copies with unit of choice tickets if you want them to max out, but get the fragments while you can, especially for Titus. Even if you don't have a Titus yet and you're thinking maybe I'll need him one day, buy the fragments now. If Sharky was here, Sharky would say, buy the fragments for Neovisions Titus, okay? Buy them. That's what he would say. So go ahead and do that. If you've got a question or a topic you want to see in next week's video, drop a comment below. If this is helpful to you or interesting to you, or if you think I'm wrong, drop a comment and tell me below. I want to hear all about it, good and bad and the ugly. And if you're interested enough and you want to come back next time and see when these videos go live right away, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, all those things that we do to make sure you stay informed. And we'll see you in the next video, all right? Have a good night. Be good to each other.